Alright guys, welcome back for another video. This is an easy one, super easy. Fudge. What do you have to say after fudge? Nothing. You eat fudge. Alright, so using 8 squares of semi-sweet chocolate. Obviously you can see here I took the 8 squares and I cut up a few of them. Just to make them a little smaller, melt a little quicker, and covered the whole bottom of the pan. Put them in there and I get them under a low heat. See that little knob on the right that's stained? I should have wiped it off. I turned it up a little bit, I guess. Medium low. Somewhere in there. And I just want to melt those puppies up, and we're going to take 14-ounce can of condensed, sweet condensed milk. Look at that. Did you see that? The way I did that, I actually thought that was going to pour out of the can. I really did. It didn't. I guess you could heat it up and it would have. I don't know what I was thinking, but that's more like a custard than a milk, and here I was so gracefully for the camera going to pour it into the pan, and yeah, it didn't work. But anyway, we got it in there. So we're going to combine these under the same said temperature until everything's melted thusly. Move this out of my way here, okay. And that's it, you know, no lumpies. You want it nice and smooth. This really doesn't get any easier. I mean, take it off the heat. And we're going to put in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. I'm using cheap stuff, but the better your ingredients, the better it will taste. That's a given. The dog agrees. I don't know if you can hear the dog in the background. And this is about a quarter of a teaspoon of salt. I eyeball that stuff, and that's kosher salt I'm using. I'm going to put nuts in this, and I had some leftover almonds, and I had some walnuts. The almonds were salted, so I held back a little bit on the salt because there's salt on the almonds already, and nobody wants a face full of salt in the first bite of fudge. So that's altogether. It's going to be a quarter cup, half a cup of nuts. That's about a quarter of a cup of walnuts and about a quarter of a cup of almonds. I don't know why I had about a quarter of a cup of almonds hanging around the house, but I did. You could use no nuts. You could go nutless. You could go nuts. Put in mixed nuts. Do you like nuts? Put in the nuts you like. Doesn't matter. I put in nuts because nobody in my family likes anything with nuts. So when I made this, I got to eat it. And that's a 9x9 greased bake, like a casserole pan. You can put it in anything. Doesn't matter. I have molds. Sometimes I put them in individual molds. Anything. I grease that. You can grease it with butter. I grease it with oil and a paper towel. I'm lazy. I used a spray oil. And we're just going to cover this up with some cling wrap or plastic wrap or whatever you want to call it. And refrigerate it until it's hard. Now I'm going to go to cut this, and I thought it was going to be a lot easier. See the way I'm delicately holding that pan? Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. This stuff was hard. I don't know how long I had it in the fridge. Until, refrigerate until it's hard to cut, because that was hard to cut. And I made these huge portions. I mean, this comes from a recipe book, my family's recipe book, and it calls for twice as many pieces of fudge as is here, so I cut these huge. That's like 2 servings of fudge right there. But they come out of the pan nice and easy. I was happy about that. And there's the nuts. If you went nuts and you had nuts, there's the nuts. There's nuts in the fudge. And we're just going to throw them in a little cursor here. And some of my videos not popping up correctly as I'm trying to narrate this, but there you go. That's all there is to it. That's fudge. It's delicious. And like I said, I got this out of my as a family cookbook from the kitchen of my Aunt Mary and her vo, which would make her my vovo, which is great grandmother in Portuguese. Thanks guys. Thanks for coming by. Be safe. Love you. You guys absolutely rock. Hi guys, just want to say a quick thank you for watching the videos. Please subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed them. And please come back for the next one.